It's just comical how bad this plant is doing. Am I a bad houseplant parent? That leaf's come off. Great. I just don't care anymore. I'm done with them. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about plants that I'm struggling with, plants that I'm not feeling anymore. I feel like off the back of my last video when I was talking about my pink princess, it's just not growing the way I wish it would. I just like, I had to look around my collection and I was like, there's definitely some others that I could just like get rid of and I don't think I'd be that mad. So here's some plants that I'm struggling with, not feeling at the minute, and yeah. Before that, if you are new here and you don't know me already, my name is Emma and I make houseplanting content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanting journey and maybe learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos, and subscribe to my channel. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. Enjoy watching these plants that I'm not loving right now. The first plant on this list probably doesn't come as a surprise. I showed it in my December updates video. I am struggling with this Maranta at the minute, and kind of Marantas in general. Like, I had a massive Maranta moment like this summer where I was like really into collecting all of them and getting different ones, which I still really love. I really like my odd ones, like the Fantasy, the Cat Mustache, the Silver Band. Those really still do pique my fancy, but like the plain green one, the plain red one, even like the variegated green one, I just like, I'm kind of over at the minute, which I know isn't ideal, but like I've just kind of gone off of them, and that's why I haven't really noticed that they are struggling. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't water this one for like at least a month or two, and that's why it's gone all crispy and bad. And it's even worse because I've not done anything about it. I've watered it, but I've still not done anything about it. And it's like, I don't really have the motivation to do so. Like, I just don't care. And that's really weird because normally I care a lot about my plants. And it's not that I don't like it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it inherently. I've just like, I've gotten a little bit bored with it, I think. So I'm just like, I'm a bit over it. I don't feel like I need to have this plant in my collection. It's not one where I feel like if this dies, I'll need to replace it immediately. Maybe that'll change if it does die. I might feel like I need it again, but I do, like, it's difficult. I don't really care, which sounds bad, and I really hope I'm not the only one who has moments like this where like there's just some plants that they don't care about. I really hope not. Please make me feel better in the comments about it, because I do feel guilty. Oh, but yeah, like I've just neglected it so poorly and like underwatered it massively, and like it's in semi-hydro, so if it wasn't in semi-hydro, this plant would have like actually crisped up and died completely. But because it's in semi-hydro, it has quite a lot of water reservoir, so it was able to last probably a lot longer than another plant would have in this situation. I mean, it's got frick tons of roots. I could just chop it back to nothing again. Maybe I'll do that. Or, like I said, I might just chop and prop it and start over with that. I'm not too fussed. I could also just throw it away, and I don't think I would be mad. It's a tough one. But yeah, really not feeling my Marantas at the minute. This one specifically. The lemon lime I'm like in and out with. Something about it just isn't doing it as much for me. The Fascinator I got rid of ages ago, the red one. So, but yeah, I'm struggling with these at the minute. Next up, we have, oh my god, it's so sad looking. This is my Ludisia Discolor, aka a jewel orchid. I got this, I think in March. And it was so big and beautiful, and I did really like it. And it just really doesn't like me. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing wrong with this plant. I've been treating it like all of my other plants, but it's like the leaves keep dying, and like some of them are crispy, but some of them are soft, so it's like I don't feel like I'm underwatering it. It is quite dry at the minute, but like, I don't know, like, what is this? I can just like pull bits out, and I don't know why that is. It's just starting to look really, really freaking ugly, and I don't care. I have chopped some bits to propagate, so I did propagate some, and I potted them up, one in pond and one in soil, because I thought maybe like they'll like semi-hydro a bit better, which it might do. We'll find out. Oh, there goes another one. Oh, it's just comical how bad this plant is doing. Oh my god, I bet I could pull all of these out. Yeah, oh. Oh god. That one's fine. That one's not. They just like don't have any roots on them. And like I don't get it. Like where did all the roots go? This is really pathetic. I hope you don't think less of me because of this. I have not figured out how to take care of it yet. And maybe that's just something that I'll have to try again with and like learn in time and like keep persisting. Hopefully with the ones that I propagated, they're doing okay. They don't seem to be having the same sort of issues with their lower leaves dying. I haven't seen any pests on it either. Like, we've never had any issues, and like the tops are still growing new leaves, so like I don't know. But because it started to look so ugly and like not full, I've just stopped caring at all about it, and like I don't care. I'm over it. I don't really feel like I need it. So this one might go in the trash. Thank you, Jewel Orchid, for being a bit meh. I still can't believe that all of those just came off in my hand as we were doing this. Next up, got my Monstera Peru. And I've been struggling with this one for a while. I think I really used to like how it looked. It used to look really full and lovely, and it's just grown super duper leggy. Like, it has loads of runners and is just not producing growth anymore, like not really producing many new leaves, and the color has gotten a lot lighter on it, and I don't know if that's just because it's not getting enough light or what, but I'm just over it. I could probably throw this plant out and not care. I think one of the difficulties is as well is that because it's winter and I don't feel comfortable shipping plants, I don't want to like sell plants because like I don't want to ship them because I don't want them to die in the post, and I wouldn't feel comfortable selling these plants anyways because they're like not great. So like I would give them away, but I still don't want to send them, and so it's just kind of like, what do I do with them? I end up just like letting them sit and rot. If anyone's in London and wants some really sad plants, if you want a rescue mission, you can have any of these. Oh, it's just a bit pathetic, and yeah, I feel quite bad about it. So this one did have thrips for a while, and I got rid of them perfectly fine. It doesn't have them anymore. I've been checking quite regularly. I pest treated this one a lot, just to make sure that they were like all properly gone before I reintroduced it to my collection, and they are, so that's really good. Maybe I would like it better if I put it on a pole and I let it climb. I don't know, I just don't know if I would want to waste a pole on that. I've got tons of poles, so it's not like I'm out of them or anything. I don't know if I fancy committing to it that much. Because like, y'all know how I don't really fancy these sort of leaves either. Like the Anthurium luxurians that I know a lot of you all love, and you can have it. It's got these sort of texture of leaf, and I'm just like, I don't think I really care. Also, sorry if you can hear the rain. It's like really raining right now. I mean, I love the sound of rain, so not mad, but mad about this one because it's just bad. Up next, we have my Scindapsus Officinalis, who is pretty bad. Pretty bad. It's just, what is this? I know, so it's in my cabinet, and so it was kind of supported upwards, which I get, but the leaves are just growing smaller and smaller as we get up to the top, and I do not know why. Like, it's had plenty of fertilizer, it's got decent roots in here, like, they're fine. I just don't know why it's not producing good growth. Maybe it's one of those plants that just doesn't have good genes. This one was like basically nothing for quite a while, so fine. Do I need to put it on a pole? Like, typically with Scindapsus you don't need to put them on a pole for them to like keep leaf growth, but like the fact that they've gotten so small so quickly makes me feel like something's wrong with the plant. And like, I know it doesn't have pests. I've checked all of these for pests and they don't have pests, so I don't know why they would be living so poorly. Also, all of these have had predatory mites on them to prevent for pests as well, so like even if they did have a little bit of pestage, that would have been solved by the predatory mites. So I really don't know, but it's also just like lost its variegation. Like, these leaves kind of have it down here. This one's on its way out. This one has it a little bit, but pretty much after that it doesn't have any, and it kind of gets a little bit boring. Is that bad? Am I a bad houseplant parent? I feel so guilty saying these things, but like, it's okay. We're allowed to change our minds on things, and we're allowed to like get over trends or fads or whatever. But the Officinalis, just, maybe it's just my plant and it's not growing really well. God, it's really raining. Maybe it's just my plant and it's just not growing well for me, but I am most likely going to chop this up into tiny pieces and maybe try and propagate it. Maybe wet stick prop it and see if that would work. Or I could chop it back to like one leaf and have it start over. Like, I could chop it there. Might do that. We'll see. I'm still thinking about how I'm gonna solve this problem, but it's just, I'm over it. I'm done. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it in its current state, and I don't like that I don't want it, so yeah. Next up, we have Syngoniums, and I'm talking almost all of my Syngoniums. I feel like I was really feeling them earlier in this year, but I just don't really care that much for them anymore. Like, the pink ones, I find most of the pink ones turn like this muddy sort of pinky greeny browny color, and I personally don't like that in my collection. I don't like how it looks. So ones like this, I think this is a Neon Robusta, don't really like the pink pink spot, red splash, whatever that one is. It's also like super muddy and I don't really care for it. But like the strawberry milk that I have down there, I absolutely love. My Three Kings, I really love as well. So it's not all of them, but I think I'm just over pink Syngoniums. I'm also over my Albo and my green one off of that. They just like, they're just so sensitive. They're like, because the leaves are so thin, they're really sensitive to anything that's going on, like pests and like damage and stuff like that, and I find that they don't grow that great for me, and they're super sensitive to overwatering and underwatering, and so you have to be like really precise on them. So I feel like I'm just kind of not in the market for any more Syngoniums at the minute. I feel like I have the ones that I really like, and I have some that I don't really like and that I want to get rid of, like this one, but I don't really fancy more at the minute. I feel like I'm good with my Syngoniums that I have, and yeah, it just doesn't do it for me. I don't think this plant looks pretty, and I know this is just my opinion. All of these things are just my opinion, and you're welcome to your own opinion as well, but I just don't think that it's pretty, and I don't think it looks good in my home, and I live in my home and I control my home, so I don't want it in my home. How many times can I say my home? But yeah, I'm just like, I'm over it. You saw the one in my December updates video that's dead, and I just like, it's still there, honestly. I've just left it, and it's still dying, and I don't care. I just don't care anymore. I'm done with them. And like I said, I know that's bad, but I'm just done with them, and it's just unfortunate because I did really, like, I was into Syngoniums for a little while, and now I don't feel like I'm into them at all. Also, like, the leaves are like, they stay really crinkly. I don't know, maybe that's a texture thing that I just don't like, similar to the Peru, but like the crinkliness of them makes them look like they're like not healthy. So, I mean, maybe they're not. Maybe this plant is like incredibly unhealthy. I don't think it has pests, but maybe it's just, maybe it's just not a very healthy plant. And if so, that's fine. I don't want it anymore. Does anyone want a perfectly okay Neon Robusta? It's all yours, if you can pick it up from London. And then last and least, no, it's not least either. Last but not least, I'm actually really sad about this one, but I am over the Melanochrysum. Or I'm over my Melanochrysum. Maybe it's just the one I have isn't growing all that well for me. Like, this leaf sizing up doesn't really happen. So like when I got it, it had really big, beautiful leaves. And I mean, this one's getting a bit gross, but it had huge, beautiful leaves, and I've grown it up this pole, I swear, 3 times now, and every single time it does not size up at all. And I don't think it's that it's not getting enough light, but like it gets to the top and now it's trying to size up. It's in my rootstock cabinet, but it's trying to size up, but at the same time it's super sunburnt. Like, these are really sunburnt leaves, sun bleached. I don't think these are healthy. This is not how the plant should live. Oh, it's ripped itself. Oh, let me show you. It's ripped itself there. I don't know why that happened. Let me see. Oh, well, that's that leaf's come off. Great. Another reason for me not to like that plant. But I'm just like, I have tried to grow it so many times, and it's just not worked for me, and it's not grown the way I wanted it to. Maybe I need to buy a bigger plant to start off with. Maybe that's the thing. But this one, I think I'm done with. It's a shame because I love these like super dark, velvety, heart-shaped leaves. I love the leaves, and I want it to grow bigger, and I want it to size up so badly. But I have tried everything in my power to make that happen, and it's just not happened. It makes me really sad, but I'm also tempted to chop this one up to nothing. And like, it's got loads of roots in this pole. I mean, the pole is a little bit dry. I know that's a me problem, and I don't think the pole being dry is why it wouldn't size up. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I just, like, I'm done with it. I feel like I have other plants that fill that void, like my Glorious and stuff like that, that fill the void of the like dark, velvety, heart-shaped plants, and like my Splendid as well, which I know I'm also having issues sizing up. But like, that one, I feel like it's grown so much better for me, and it is sizing up a little bit more, and it's growing faster, because it's a Melanochrysum mix, isn't it? A Splendid, and so is the Glorious. And so it's like they've taken the good bits of the Melanochrysum and joined them with plants that just work better, I guess. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. I'll probably chop it up, and it's not like it's a rare plant anymore. I can sell it for parts. That's not bad. I can't chop it up and sell cuttings and props, so it's just kind of like, what's the point? Not what's the point. I can give them away. I can bring them to the next plant swap or whatever, but I just don't care. Oh, I think that's like the main theme of these, is like the plants have gotten to a point where I don't care about them, and it sucks because then I stop caring for them. And I mean, they're alive. All of these plants are alive still, but I just don't care. Oh, I feel so guilty saying that. I like the rest of the plants in my collection. I struggled to find 6 that I wasn't feeling at the minute, but yeah, I don't know. I might just get rid of it and then not have to worry about this plant anymore, and like not have to worry about watering this pole. One less chore for me to do. I don't know. I feel bad about it. I feel really bad about it. Oh. So that is it. Those are plants that I am struggling with / not feeling at the minute. I really hope I'm not the only one who feels this way. I don't think I am, but it's not a nice feeling. I feel really bad about it because I feel like I should love all of my plants. Maybe I should just get rid of them and then I'll love all of my plants again. Is that the right answer? I don't know. Anyways, if anyone wants cuttings of these and is local or doesn't mind the risk of them getting mailed to them and potentially dying in the post, let me know and I can hopefully make that happen. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future. What plants you're not feeling at the minute, let me know, so I don't feel as bad at myself. And subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!